sometimes it is just too much.
So embarrassed.
Am I just talking too much?
I don't remember any of that.
There's a lot I don't remember, too. Too much information.
We say that after every one of these,
I
and for some
know.
reason, we're employed all the time.
Too much, it's ruined.
I can't believe we have a show.
We might not tomorrow.
Staci and Hutch say too much.
Monday! July 4th week.
I have a
Yay.
new lighting producer. His name's Alex.
Yeah.
Get my good side.
What's good is slowly my arm will become hyperextended and I'll be injured fully. Oh, this is nice.
This is what Alex is doing first. No, leave it there.
Maybe
leave
I
it there.
just give myself
No,
all the light.
turn it.
Oh,
do what you were
okay.
doing.
Yay.
This is
Oh
a
my God.
professional setup we got going, baby.
There we go.
Yeah, we've been waiting for our new cameras for
How do
a
we zoom
while.
It's
you
like
zoom out?
it's like what my mom did is for Easter, she gave us all the kids tickets to Six Flags theme park. We were all, and then we all
Yeah.
forgot about it. She never gave us anything. I think that's what they're doing with cameras.
Oh, they're
Did she actually
fooling
buy
us.
the tickets or typed out
Nope,
something
she
and printed it?
It was a printout. You can see it was from a web page. I remember it now so clearly. It was a web page that say, "Hey, come to Six Flags." It was an advertisement.
Now I think it's time for mom to pay up.
Yeah, it is.
Hey,
Does
you
that
can,
hurt your arm yet?
Yeah,
Here.
Yeah, you can put it down.
I was committed.
Hey, you know it's July 4th week,
What?
I know. Isn't that
No.
exciting?
and July 4th is all about rockets.
And freedom.
And rock.
I didn't know. Are we
And rock.
so numb, by the way, now to Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin that we don't know when it's going up and with who, unless it's like a big name celebrity?
I don't even
I
care.
stopped caring a long time ago about it.
Apparently, this has been the 9th launch of Blue Origin,
Mm-hmm.
and
Explode.
I mean, you keep looking and you're like, God, that looks like a penis.
Is that what you think of?
Look at it.
You should go to therapy.
Come on. Look at that.
I don't even see it yet.
Aesthetically, that's one of the best penises I've seen.
There
Well,
it is.
You've got problems,
That's really awkward.
right?
At least it's.
Nope.
There is a
At least it's circumcised.
there is a deep euphemism there
Is there?
of human beings trying to take over the world by sending our own penises to space to claim land.
Only in America.
Only in America.
But I don't even know, like,
phallic-looking-
it is. I don't even know who's on this ship or who was on this ship when it was, the edge of space.
Yeah.
Would you guys free trip? Bezos said, "Hey, I'm gonna throw you up there. Would you go?"
I don't know. I used to think no, but now I'd be like, well, what have I got to lose, really?
That's one of those I'd be so terrified, but you wouldn't really want to miss out. Completely free?
Yeah.
Is he flying me down to Florida?
100%. Everything is free. You get to go up.
You have to say yes.
Oh, look
right?
at that penis descend.
Oh,
Oh, that's just the bottom part of it.
just about to
Oh.
make love with Earth.
Oh, it's
You could teach sexual health in schools with a video of such a thing.
Yeah, you really could. So would you, Alex? Yes or no?
I think you would have to try and force yourself just because it's once in a lifetime. You can't really think about the possibility of
explosion
death.
part?
Yeah. But all of a sudden I become one of the teachers. You can't do that.
Really?
So I think you just got to do it.
Yeah, it's different when you have kids and something to live for.
Yeah.
No offense, you do, but I mean,
No, I get that. I get that.
you know what I'm
very
saying?
much.
Like,
yes, I do.
when I didn't have kids, I was like, I'm gonna skydive. Now that I have kids, I
You'd
I
think
go
that
5
twice.
miles over the speed limit and stay in the right lane.
Well, you get a good life insurance policy beforehand.
That's true.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Oh, think about it. Then they'll own. Think about it. Then they'll have an actual lawsuit against Jeff Bezos. Your kids will be set forever. It
That's
might be a
nice.
financial benefit for you to go
Ooh,
on.
No,
the
'cause I'm-
Amazon Prime forever.
He's smart, so he probably has someone sign something saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
this is experimental still. Whatever happens." It's like I saw that it was called. Did you guys see Netflix? It was called Trainwreck Poop Cruise.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my list.
Seen it, obsessed with it.
When you
You
buy
sign your
a
life
ticket,
away.
you basically say, "I cannot sue for anything, bad food, bad whatever." And no, you have to watch this because
waiver.
literally waste was flooding their cabins and coming down the walls,
Oh,
and there
the
was no
vomiting.
power, so the
It's a
toilets
documentary?
couldn't flush. Yeah, it was in 2013.
Why
It's
was
when
the
the
poop?
ship
I remember that.
lost all
Oh!
power, and there was a
I
fire,
remember
and
this.
yeah.
I think.
Miserable.
Yeah.
And they
And
were
the-
trapped. They're just trapped floating there. Like
And the sewage leaked in, right?
Well, yeah, I
Well,
mean,
they
it was-
couldn't flush
They couldn't
anything?
flush it, so
so, and there was no power, so there was no way to remove it.
And it was 8 days of the cruise where basically they had nothing. I'll tell you this too. Bad idea to say free bar on day 6 of being trapped.
Mm-hmm.
They just started handing out booze left and right
And then
for
it
anyone.
was just rage.
Oh, it was
to
just
try and like calm people down.
yeah.
And then there's
That seems.
and then your tummy aches, you know.
Oh,
And then
you've
what
got to watch
happens?
it. It's so good. There's this whole series called Trainwreck, and it's Woodstock '99 was the first one. Then they did Astro World with Travis Scott, where all those people died.
Oh yeah, the crushing event.
Yeah, and
Oh.
then Mayor Rob Ford. Do you remember him?
Yeah, Toronto.
He was Toronto mayor who like was doing cocaine on video
that was-
and like
Barry something.
no, Rob Ford, and he died like in the middle of his it was the whole controversy. Like it was just
He was the best, the best politician we possibly ever seen.
you think?
I think he was like Trump before Trump.
Oh,
He was even more Trump than Trump
He was more
yeah.
Trumpy.
He was.
He was, yeah.
He was a ball.
And then they just did this new one called Poop Cruise, and every 2 weeks or whatever they release a new train wreck, and it's one of the coolest documentaries that you get to see of different
How fun.
things. So
Was it Rob Ford that came out who was like, I only like sleeping with my wife? Was that him?
yes, but he didn't say that. I'll tell you what he said because it was more graphic
we
than
should,
that.
We should go back and just play old Rob Ford clips on the show.
No, let's not.
This is
Yeah, we
a little
might get
bit
in trouble,
much.
maybe.
The next one is called The Cult of American Apparel.
Oh,
The rise and fall of the American apparel brand.
That would be
What was that one?
Les Wexner.
something like that. Yeah, he was a real creeper.
Yeah, Victoria's Secret. Was he Victoria's Secret or was he American Eagle and Hollister?
Oh,
I think it's that guy.
that guy.
American Apparel was the one where they're like, you have to be skinny, you
Yep.
have to do that.
That created a hostile work environment
Yep.
for people.
July 15th train wreck is Balloon Boy. Remember him?
Yes, the little kid who was.
July 15th, 2009, a family claimed their son was carried away in a homemade flying
Yeah.
saucer.
Yeah,
Then he was
What
like,
year was that?
totally blew it. Oh, I don't remember.
was I alive for that? As I remember that
Oh,
for
yeah.
some reason.
You were around.
Do you remember another train wreck coming up? This is so great. We should watch all these.
9/11.
Storm Area 51. Remember that whole controversy where Americans were going viral because they were
They
on
were
this
just gonna
date. They were
go
just
do
going to
it.
storm Area 51.
Like, show us, tell us everything.
Yeah, like hundreds of thousands of Americans were going to do this, and the government finally said, "If you do this, we're shooting all of you."
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't recall that.
Yeah.
That sounds like something more since 2008. Was that after 2008?
No, that was. Yeah, it was after 2008.
Yeah, because that sounds like my generation, the generation after me, getting all riled
I think
up.
it was. I think Obama was president. But yeah, so there's a ton of train wrecks.
Yeah, Obama, why?
Obama,
why?
Yeah, 51 happened.
Well, they're having a tough time, aren't they? Those two knuckleheads.
Yeah, it was September 20th, right before I went on the air with you. September 20th, 2019.
Yeah.
How do you not remember that?
That I don't remember, but I do remember the Occupy Wall Street. And my idiotic sister
I
went
don't
to
remember
try
that
and
one.
do that.
Really?
No,
No.
Oh, where all the hipsters went and they basically camped out, like went homeless out on Wall Street.
Yeah.
And it started with, I can't remember what the original issue was, but they were protesting. Maybe it was bank loans or student loan. I can't remember what it was. And then all of a sudden, my sister went. She's like, "I'm going to protest student loans." I was like, "What's everybody else protesting?" And she literally said, she was like, "You protest anything you want." I remember saying, I was like, I don't think you're going to accomplish a lot if everybody's protesting for whatever they
Something
want.
different? Yeah.
Then that's what happened. They sat out there forever. They got ignored, and then they finally broke it all up and sent everybody home. It lasted forever.
Usually, if you do a protest, you want to, rally around one thing.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could change something. But
They still do that today when all the kids go out and start protesting stuff. They're protesting their own stuff.
the guy
It's like
next to your
they're all-
sister, Steve, was protesting, Slim Jims aren't big enough.
Yeah.
And
They're
she
too
was-
slim.
Yeah, they're too slim.
They're too slim.
Too slim.
Oh my
It would
God,
be a
I don't
great
remember
thing to
that.
protest.
But if you guys, I will recommend the Trainwreck series. They're so good.
And it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. The Trainwreck Woodstock 99 was a 3-episode one. And you don't realize how horrible that lineup was put together. It was just like a big rage fest.
Hmm.
It was Limp Bizkit, and like it wasn't
Yeah.
about peace. It wasn't about like it was
It
all
was just,
artists.
let's
that,
throw a concert, put Woodstock.
yeah,
name
and
on
at the
it.
end they're like, we'll just put on Sheryl Crow. You know, and you're like, you just had
She'll
like,
out there, she'll calm everyone down.
yeah, you just had Rage Against the Machine and Limp Bizkit on, and you're just like, we're gonna put on Willie Nelson to talk about peace and like, how does this work?
Oh
What
my
do you
God.
think the crowd is going to do once you do all that? You say, ladies and gentlemen, the Dixie Chicks.
Well,
They're going to go nuts.
Well, hold on. And then day 3, when everyone's been drinking and prices were outrageous, everyone's mad and angry. There wasn't adequate supplies and whatever. They said at the end, we're going to do a candlelight vigil with fire. So they hand out candles with fire. And guess what happened? You have to watch it. It's a great series. Trainwreck is what it is on
That's
Netflix.
awesome.
The next big, somewhat local protest, we should do Staci and Hutch go protest. I'll
What
follow
would
you two with a
what
camera.
would Staci be protesting?
That's
What
what
is
I want.
her?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
What would she protest? Something, let's not do anything serious, but I think she would protest
All of this nonsense.
that she can't actually go to TJ Maxx during working hours.
Target's not open long enough.
You might get petitions for that.
I feel like Target is open long enough.
Well, the one downtown closes really early.
Oh.
Yeah, what is going on with that?
7 to 10 is when ours is open.
You know what's? It's the only
Walmart's
down.
open till 11.
It's also Walmart.
Can you explain
I
to me
know.
why that's the case? Why past 8 o'clock in a downtown metropolitan area, you can't find a convenience store. You can't find anything that's open past 8 o'clock.
The holiday by the Twin Stadium closes at 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
I went
that's
to
usually not a sign of a.
I went to my
well,
storage
thriving
unit
place.
and I
The
got
hell?
there after work and I had to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, oh no, I can't use the bathroom in the storage place because the office closes and then you can't get in there. So I was like, I'll just go to the Holiday. And it was closed. So I'm like driving around trying to find a place. I was like, I might as well go home.
Meanwhile, bustling Apple Valley is open till 2 a.m.
Yes.
I know.
And in a city where I was literally trying to get milk. I
I
was trying to
know.
get milk to make brownies.
Well, a lot of it too, honestly, is that no one's downtown anymore past a certain hour. Like no one's
It's-
down there at
It
all.
started with the pandemic.
COVID for sure when everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if many people,
Yeah,
remember
other
Target
cities,
moved
that
corporations?
changed.
Yeah. They moved everybody worked from home. Now
Yeah.
they're starting to come back.
I was
So-
shocked because after Pride, I was constantly looking at the street. It was dead after
yeah.
the parade was over.
Well,
This
and
whole
two,
city-
everything. Did you go to Loring Park? That was.
That's-
I'm sure
that's where everyone
Oh
was.
my God,
was still
solid.
busy.
Well, and then
Solid.
don't even get me started. I'll talk about it on the show today, but I have a vent. We're
Oh,
not doing vents today, but like,
Tired of people being so prideful.
well, I'll just say it. No, it has to do with the traffic. That
Oh,
when you close 35 down
Three
and
major-
490, and 94, you're closing 3 major arteries,
and then everything else is nuts.
and they don't care.
Everything about this
Just-
they've made.
Let's
an
just close
incredible
everything.
mistake.
It was awful. It
Yeah.
was so bad.
Yeah,
Anyway, there you go.
wasn't good.
All right, we'll see you guys back here tomorrow as we do this thing again for you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.